Hello friends, in this video we are going to discover the top 10 best cities to live in the USA. Looking for a new city to call home, or wondering if your city made the list? What makes a place an ideal hometown? Happy residents, plenty of job opportunities, great schools and affordable housing are often cited factors. To determine the best cities to live in US, we look at data on the country's most populous metro areas, including the cost of living, job market, crime rates, quality of education and more. Many of the factors that make the biggest cities in the United States great places to visit, like good weather, world-class museums, and quality restaurants, also make them great cities to live in. When deciding where to put down roots, many factors are in the eye of the beholder, such as climate, politics, or proximity to extended family. While there has been some movement to the suburbs during the pandemic, major cities remain attractive places to live and work. If you're re-evaluating where you call home or considering relocating this year, watch this video till the end to find out about the 10 best cities to live in USA. How the cities are ranked. To determine which cities would be considered for this list, we looked at US cities with populations of more than 500,000. Each city was ranked based on a combination of qualitative evaluations from locals and visitors, as well as core statistics, including median household income and crime rates. Those ranking metrics covered 25 areas grouped into 6 core categories: place, people, programming, product, prosperity, and promotion. Kindly make sure to hit the subscribe button and press the bell icon before we start this video about the 10 best cities to live in the USA. Now let's dig deeper into each of the top 10 best cities to live in the USA. Number 10 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Miami, Florida. Miami has historically been a meeting point for the Americas, making it a no-brainer that its foreign-born population ranked first on the list. But in this city, diversity goes beyond nationality. The city's allure for the LGBTQ community and ex-Silicon Valley techies gives it a sense of welcome that many people, especially in the social media and cryptocurrency worlds, are embracing. While Miami could rest on its open-minded reputation and beachside location to draw people, the city is also putting in the work to stay relevant. On Miami's Upper East Side, a former industrial site of abandoned warehouses and factories is being transformed into a center for more than 60 restaurants, cafes, and shops known as Ironside. Number 9 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Boston, Massachusetts. Boston is home to more than 75 institutions of higher learning, including Harvard and MIT, giving it the top spot in the university category and a high ranking in the educational attainment category. But it's not only students who come to Boston. As the oldest large city in America, it draws millions of tourists each year to see historical landmarks along the Freedom Trail, including the USS Constitution and the King's Chapel. The old city is getting some upgrades, including a 5,000-room increase in the next 5 years across planned hotels like the 1,055-room Omni Boston Hotel and Raffles Boston Back Bay Hotel. Things are also cooking in the entertainment realm, with Live Nation's construction of MGM Music Hall at Fenway. This 5,000-seat concert hall will extend the legendary ballpark to accommodate 4 new levels of event space. It is set to open this fall. Number 8 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is San Jose, California. San Jose is proving that Silicon Valley hasn't lost its appeal, with a well-educated, well-paid, and diverse population shouldering the city's number 8 ranking on the list. It's the 3rd most prosperous city in the country and attracts innovative types as the home of Fortune 500 titans like Google, Facebook, eBay, and PayPal. While San Jose ranks much lower for product and programming, number 38 and number 43, respectively, the wealth of its residents is likely to attract more top-notch cultural institutions and restaurants sooner rather than later. For now, travelers can check out places like History Park, an open-air museum featuring local architecture that has been saved and relocated over the past few centuries, including a Chinese temple, an entire hotel, and a trolley barn. Number 7 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Las Vegas, Nevada. Las Vegas has always gotten buzz for its attractions, but sites like the $4.3 billion Resorts World Las Vegas encapsulate the idea that the city's going bigger and better. Opened in late June 2021, the property includes 3 hotels, a Southeast Asian hawker-style food court, and a new, 5,000-capacity theater. And there's a lot more, like $15 billion more, investment money headed to the city, including the 2023 opening of the Fontainebleau and MSG Sphere entertainment venue. That's good news, considering more than 40% of Southern Nevadans work in the tourism industry. Step off the Strip, and you'll see the city is still abounds with projects like Elon Musk's 1.7-mile tunnel loop, connecting tourists across the Las Vegas Convention Center campus. Year-old entertainment venue Area 15 is also drawing the creative crowd, offering art installations, VR experiences, concerts, and the like. Number 6 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is San Diego, California. With 263 days of sunshine a year and 70 miles of beaches within its city limits, San Diego ranks highest in the place category, to nobody's surprise. But there's much more to this Southern California city than good weather and gorgeous scenery. The city ranked number 6 in the attractions subcategory, after all, boosted by sites like the world-famous San Diego Zoo, which is home to more than 12,000 rare and endangered animals. More recently, Comic-Con came back, and its 2021 return also marked the opening of its namesake museum in Balboa Park's former Hall of Champions building. With much to enjoy in this sunny city, people are coming and residential and mixed-use developers are taking opportunities like the extension of San Diego Trolley's UC Blue Line to turn former suburban sprawl into an urban paradise. Number 5 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Washington, D.C. Unsurprisingly, the nation's capital scores well for its many free museums, including the National Museum of African American History and Culture and other Smithsonian institutions like the National Air and Space Museum. In addition to all of its exhibitions, there are many neighborhoods worth exploring: Brookland, Nomar, Shore, and the LGBTQ-friendly Logan Circle, to name a few, that show the city isn't relying on its history to attract locals and visitors. What makes DC a city worth visiting now are new developments like the Wharf, where the second phase of the $3.6 billion revitalization project is expected to be completed later this year. When the development opens, expect luxe residences, swanky hotels, new restaurants, a 1.5-acre green space, and an expanded wharf marina. Number 4 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Chicago, Illinois. There's plenty to celebrate in Chicago, and not only because of its fantastic nightlife. The city is seeing the return of free summer festivals, Sundays on State, when portions of iconic State Street turn pedestrian only, and other events, marking a newfound energy after some long, hard winters. Restaurants are also popping up in full force, earning Chicago its number 3 ranking in the subcategory. Some noteworthy ones include Ventu, a French brasserie from Michelin-starred chef Donald Young, and Bazaar Meat and Bar Ma, which opened December 2021 under chef Jose Andres. We wouldn't expect any less of a metamorphosis from a city that's historically been able to thrive in the midst of adversity. More than 150 years ago, the Great Fire destroyed over 2,000 acres of central Chicago and left nearly 100,000 people without homes. But the city hasn't let disaster define it, instead meeting obstacles with a resilience you need to see for yourself. Number 3 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is San Francisco, California. San Francisco has long drawn people and companies to the West Coast. Thanks to the Bay Area's world-renowned universities like Stanford and UC Berkeley, San Francisco has one of the most educated and prosperous populations. While the city's lack of affordable housing cannot be ignored, the migration of big companies to lower-taxed havens like Texas and Florida has produced a silver lining in lower house prices and rents. For those opting to stay, the city emphasizes that you don't have to leave San Francisco to get to greener pastures, with outdoor developments that include 464 miles of bikeways and the new Salesforce Park downtown. The city's Great Highway is also of note. With a pandemic-born desire for socially distanced exercise, it now features a car-free, 2-mile stretch along SF's western shore on the weekends. Number 2 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is Los Angeles, California. While Hollywood's prowess is the most commonly associated aspect of Los Angeles, the city's restaurant scene in all its richness and diversity is just as intertwined with its identity. The strong return of LA restaurants shot this city to the top spot in the restaurants category, thanks in part to the city's Latinx food and culture. Vanguards like La Cha Cha Cha, Alma, and even LA Plaza Cocina, a museum and teaching kitchen that honors Mexico's culinary heritage, are exemplifying the need for outstanding dining experiences as people come back to the city's tables. And if movie stars and celebrated restaurants weren't enough to put Los Angeles on the map, the 2022 Super Bowl victory of the NFL's Los Angeles Rams in the SoFi Stadium gave people plenty of reason to visit. When visitors come, LA wants them to explore the city in its entirety, with a $1.7 billion regional connector transit project, featuring a 1.9-mile underground light rail system that tunnels across Los Angeles County, predicted to open in the fall. Number 1 on the list of best cities to live in the USA is New York City. New York City has, once again, taken the top spot in annual rankings. Make no mistake, being at the top for the past 2 hellish years is no easy feat. But the Big Apple has proved its staying power, with renovated airports and new hotels enticing people to see the city as Broadway's lights come back on. Nowadays, there's a lot to explore in NYC's neighborhoods, where it ranked number 1. Museums like the beloved Met and the Louis Armstrong House Museum in Queens have been undergoing renovations and expansions over the past year, alongside the introduction of new destinations like the Bronx Children's Museum and Museum of Broadway. Meanwhile, Central Park, the High Line, the new Little Island, located on the Hudson near the Meatpacking District, and other outdoor spaces entice you to come outside to relax. When you're ready, make your way back to NYC's bustle and revisit the city in full movement. So, which is your favorite cities among the top 10 best cities to live in the USA? Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content of this video, click the subscribe button so you can receive more content like this. Post your favorite cities among the top 10 best cities to live in the USA in the comments below. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure others would too.